Today on the channel we'll be checking out an old school Traxxas Bandit, so stick around, watch the video, and I hope you enjoy this one. So welcome back to the channel today. We have the original Traxxas Bandit on the channel today. We're just going to do a quick look at this one. Now, I think it looks absolutely spectacular. We will take it outside and do a quick run video later on just to make sure that it all does work. But until now, I'll talk to you about where I found this car and what really made me buy it. So before we take a good look at the car, which I think it's absolutely stunning, they're a beautiful looking vintage buggy. I don't know a lot about these cars. I don't really have any Traxxas. I do have a Traxxas sort of slash two-wheel drive thing, I think it is. But it's not something that I really use that much. But just because I'm not really into a lot of the newer Traxxas RC cars, they're great cars, but just not something that I'm into. So I've always had the Bandit on the radar. I don't really like the new ones with the body schemes. And I do sort of like the older, sort of more vintage shape, the squarer body and whatnot, and the wheels and tires. So I've been looking for one of these for a while. My friend Brad, all the way over in Perth, here in Australia, he had bought this particular car in a group buy and hadn't really done anything with it. And he said, I'd sort of told him that I was looking for one, and he was kind enough to sell me this one here. Now, this car is in the 90s. It's that 90s era, and we'll run over some of the things that really, gives us that 90s feel about it. So straight up, if we look at, it did come with the box. Now, I'm a fan of having sort of the box and some of the other manuals and whatnots that come with cars. I think it just adds that little bit extra for the collection. So as you can see here, we've got that really, really nice box art. This car came in multiple colors. Don't know if you can see there. So this is obviously the blue variant. It came in a black or a grey, a purple, a red, and the blue that I have. So I think they all look nice. Gives us a look at the chassis there as well. So yeah, nice to sometimes have the box when you're sort of getting older cars. Now in the box, like I said, it did come with some manuals and some sort of how to drive guides and whatnot. So that's always cool to have. And obviously we have the top qualifier 27 megahertz AM radio. Now I do get a little bit nervous running cars with these older radios, just because they are prone to sort of losing signal and whatnot. But this one here is in really, really good condition. It's got the big aerial that just goes up and up and up, and it does have some adjustability there. So that's in good condition, and I have put some batteries in it. It does turn on, and the car does function. So when we do take it for a run, we will use that one as well. So back to the car. Obviously, this is pre-finished from Traxxas, and I really, really like the design, and that was really one of the things that really, really got me searching for one of these cars. Now let's take the body off and have a look inside. It is interesting to note that the wing on these cars, it just sort of pushes into the rear shock mount. Now it is held in there quite good, but I reckon if you did, tumble a little bit or have a crash, it would come off. But I think that's probably a good built-in feature, that it would sort of pull out like this, and therefore the actual polycarbonate may not get damaged. So that's how the wing comes out, and obviously we've just got two body posts on there. So I'll whip the body off and I'll show you the inside. So we've got the body off the kit here now. Not much has changed from the current Traxxas Bandit, to be honest. It all looks very, very similar. So that kind of tells us that this is a decent chassis that hasn't really needed a lot of modifying over the years. The only thing obviously was with electronics, the wheels and tyres are the main things that I can see, and obviously they've changed the shocks a little bit as well. So as we can see, we have a nice Traxxas Scorpion motor in the rear. Now it is a 20-turn motor. I haven't taken it out to clean it out or sort of have a good look at the condition of it yet, but that's something that I will do, and obviously probably rebuild the rear gearbox depending on what I want to do with the car. But today we'll just run it as is. We've got a 3-step manual speed controller in there, and obviously we have a Traxxas 27 megahertz receiver there as well. So the car itself's pretty light. I did notice in some of the instruction manuals that you can remove the rear gearbox cover. It does have a slipper clutch in there, so that's a nice sort of feature in a pretty old sort of RC buggy, I guess. So yeah, I really like how it looks and just sort of the suspension and how everything works. So before we go any further, let's get a battery. Now I'm just going to use a LRP nickel metal hydride. I don't even remember if I've even got this charged or not, so yeah, not overly sure. So let's put it all together, we'll take it outside, and then I'll come back after a quick run video and I'll let you know what I think about the car. So hopefully you enjoyed that run footage there. Just a quick little run, and I don't think that battery was charged up overly well. But we got it out, we got a shake down. The electrics, the 27 megahertz electronics seemed to work quite well. I didn't have any issues with interference. One thing is it probably didn't seem to have much sort of, you know, go off the line, and I probably think that the car needs a good rebuild and probably the motor needs to be pulled out and cleaned. But other than that, it seems to work quite smoothly, and I really think that this is a capable buggy, and I've heard a lot of people say that these are very good on track with a little bit of extra power. So yeah, just from me running it there, I can tell that it is a very capable buggy, and I think it looks absolutely awesome running outside as well. So what's next for this buggy? I'm definitely keeping this one. Like I did say before, my friend Brad from Tamiya Vintage Australia on Facebook, go and check his page out. He sold me this car for a fantastic price, and obviously it's definitely something that I was looking for, and definitely something that's going to stay in the collection. So hopefully, Brad, you enjoyed the footage there, and you know, hopefully you can see that I've cleaned the body up a little bit, and it looks like a beautiful buggy. Now, I probably will strip it all down and clean it and take it for another run in some dirt or out in the park at a later date. But until then, I think it's a fantastic looking buggy, and I'm glad that I actually found one. So that's it for today's video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video as well, and you can catch some of the other videos that are coming up around me here now. So until the next video, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to bringing you some more RC content.